John suddenly discovered that the person he was chatting with over the ham radio was his father, who had long been dead.
Hey, little chief. You alright?
John heard the nickname his father used for him when he was a child. His heart skipped a beat, and he asked for the man's name.
Frank Sullivan.
It was indeed his father. Frank listened to his son from the future introduce himself in detail. This terrified him. Shocked, he let go, and the cigarette dropped onto the table. Frank immediately put out the tiny flame. On John's side, the scorch mark from 30 years ago appeared right before his eyes. John immediately warned his father, Frank, a firefighter, would die in a massive fire the very next day.
It was an abandoned warehouse. Butch always told Ma it wasn't your fault. You went with your instincts. But if you'd just gone the other way, listen to me.
Frank couldn't believe it, but the communication suddenly cut off. What was even more unbelievable was that a fire really did break out the next day. Frank was stunned. Was he really going to die in the fire? But Frank still went to the fire scene. A woman who had escaped said her sister was still unconscious inside the building. But the writing on the wall made Frank pause for a few seconds. Without much thought, he broke through the wall and rushed into the fire. He found the girl who had been overcome by smoke. Frank planned to use the aerial ladder to evacuate, but the ladder malfunctioned. He had to find another way out. Just as he was struggling to choose a path, he suddenly remembered John's warning. Frank chose a dead end that he thought he would never take. Sure enough, the warning gave him a surprise. In the nick of time, Frank slid down a cargo chute and escaped death. His fate was rewritten. Meanwhile, on the day that should have been Frank's death anniversary, John was mourning with his father's old friend. He suddenly felt dizzy, and a flood of unfamiliar memory fragments rushed into his mind. He realized that the call last night had worked. His father was truly alive. He immediately felt that something was wrong. Despite having many new memories of spending time with his father, the last 10 years concerning his father were still a complete blank. Confused, he couldn't help but ask his old friend.
Oh, what are you talking about, John? He had cancer.
Although he had used the radio to change history, his father had still died. If you had a radio like that, what would you do?